Tonight, drama outside of court as a 35-year-old Marine is charged with murder of his fellow colleague. Also, the roadworks minister defends the decision to dig up Sir Milo Butler Highway. And later, Carnival weekend kicks off tonight at Clifford Park. We have the first look. This is Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News brought to you by Flow Evo, powered by BTC. Flow Evo is here.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Janae Noel Ferguson. Thanks so much for joining us. Off the top tonight, chaos erupting outside of the Nassau Street Court today as a 35-year-old Marine Defense Force officer was charged with the murder of his colleague, a murder that took place at Government House last Sunday. Now, our Matthew Moxie was at court today as the drama unfolded. He has tonight's top story.
What started off as a peaceful family prayer between the relatives of the accused today turned into a brawl between two families as 35-year-old Javon Seymour, shown in the blue and white jacket, was escorted into the magistrate court by over a dozen armed police officers. Seymour appeared before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt, charged with the shooting death of 52-year-old veteran Royal Bahamas Defense Force petty officer and guard commander at Government House Philip Papal. Seymour was also charged with the attempted murders of Kelvin Hanna and Ellis Ramming. He was not required to enter a plea to the charges. According to police last Sunday, Papal was sitting in the guard room on Government House grounds with another Marine when an armed suspect opened fire on the guard commander, hitting him several times. The victim died on the scene. Seymour was denied bail and has been remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until June 20th for a voluntary bill of indictment. Following the court proceedings, emotions ran high among family members of both the accused and the victim as the feud continued. Eyewitness News spoke to the defendant's attorney, Krista Mason-Smith, who said that the case will be appropriately handled.
We're not insensitive to what's happening in our community. However, any person who is brought before a court is presumed innocent, and notwithstanding what the perception may be, he too is entitled to his due process under the law. And so at this time, I cannot say much. All I will say is our hearts go out to anyone who loses a family member or a friend in any instance of this nature. But he too is presumed innocent. We will deal with the matter at the appropriate forum and at the appropriate time.
Reporting for Eyewitness News, I'm Matthew Moxie.
Thanks, Matthew. Well, in news from the crime beat tonight, a high-speed chase led to the discovery of 1,627 pounds of drugs off the coast of Andros earlier today. The drugs have a street estimated value of $1.6 million. 3 men were reportedly taken into custody in connection with the find, one of whom is reportedly known to police. The drugs and suspects were transported here to the capital late this afternoon at the Harborside Marina by police officials. Now, as we said, those drugs have an estimated street value of $1.6 million. For more details on this, you can log on to our website, www.ewnews.com. Well, Commissioner of Police Anthony Ferguson announcing in a press statement late last night that following consultation with the Leader of the Opposition and the Governor General, Assistant Commissioner of Police Paul Roll has been promoted to Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police. This promotion takes effect from April 1st and follows the forced retirement of Emmerich Seymour, who was sent on vacation along with 5 other senior officers. Meantime, the Leader of the Opposition, Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis, is deeming the appointment of Roll as Deputy Commissioner, Paul Roll as null and void. In a statement, Davis said the announcement of the appointment says that it was made after consultation with the Leader of the Opposition. However, according to Davis, no one consulted with him at any point in time on this appointment. It's a story we are continuing to follow. Well, in other news tonight, Works Minister Desmond Bannister today defending his ministry's decision to undertake a number of public road works throughout New Providence, namely the repaving of the Sir Milo Butler Highway, the major thoroughfare. Work started some 2 weeks ago, and workmen are still reportedly busy resurfacing the busy highway. Now, critics question why government decided to undertake work on that highway, considering that it appeared to be in good shape. Theo Seeley addressed these concerns with the minister today. He brings the details in this report tonight.
Public roadworks continue on Sir Milo Butler Highway, and today Works Minister Desmond Bannister says government's decision to target that main thoroughfare was a sound one.
That highway has one of the highest traffic counts of any road in this country. And if you go on that highway from 8 a.m. in the morning till about 10 a.m., you'll see a constant line of traffic. So it's incumbent upon us to ensure that that road is very, very safe for the driving public. When our engineers checked it, they were concerned about a number of factors. And so it was important for us to have it repaved. And it's easier to repave that than many other roads in New Providence because we don't have a lot of the strictures we have with pipes, etc., under the highway.
Minister Bannister says the Milo Butler Highway project and other roadworks are not frivolous undertakings. In fact, he says it's a plan that his ministry strategizes weekly.
You know, we have an exercise that goes on here every Monday where we have all the utility companies that come here and they go road by road through New Providence. But before we could do any paving, they have to go in. Water and sewage has to go in. BPL, cable, all of them have to go in and do whatever remedial works they have.
The Works Minister says he will not be sidetracked by the noise in the market and confirmed that the roadworks will continue until government's plan has been completed.
Just for the record, every road we pave, we have kickbacks. When we pave Seabreeze, we had kickbacks. But look at it now. Everywhere we go, we're having challenges as people don't understand the importance of us making sure that the driving experience is safe, and that's what our job is.
Theo Seeley, Eyewitness News.
Well, the Works Minister also responding today to concerns about the string of power outages in New Providence and the Family Islands this week. Residents in Abaco were met with 2 consecutive days of power outages. Minister Bannister apologized for the inconvenience caused, but noted that things are on the upswing for that island and its power generation woes.
Any outage is a concern. And in Abaco, there is a special concern, but I think the people in Abaco know what they had in the past, where they had power going off constantly, and what they have now. There's been such an improvement that the Member of Parliament for South Abaco actually wrote to BPL and thanked them about the management that we put in there to make a difference. Power in Abaco is reliability of power in Abaco is at least 98% improved over the past, and it's going to continue to be improved.
Well, as it relates to power generation in New Providence, Minister Banner says the introduction of new power supply through Watsilla's plan for the Clifton Pier site will take power generation on that island into a new era.
When you see these generators start coming into New Providence now, and you go and look at Clifton, look at the date that those generators at Ward Clifton were installed. In the 1970s, before you were born, Ms. Ward, before you ladies were born. That's when those generators were installed. So if you have a car, that's a 1975 car, and you're driving it every day on the road, and you're driving it 24 hours a day, and you're going to expect you're going to have some challenges. When these Watzilla generators come in, and we get them in place, you're going to see a marked improvement in New Providence. You're going to see LED lights in our streets over the next few months. And then you're going to see improvement in all the islands.
Well, residential consumers may not be the only ones affected following the spate of Bahamas Power and Light Power outages. The business community is now speaking out, saying this power issue has been going on for far too long. Now, despite repeated promises by BPL executives that the company will get its act together, those power outages continue to transpire, with the latest explanation being attributed to a failed engine and inclement weather. However, Bahamas Chamber of Commerce CEO Jeffrey Beckel said these challenges will only result in repelling prospective investors, stifling the economic growth of the local economy.
The cost of energy is high. The cost of unreliable energy is higher. When our businesses have downtime and lose sales, you can't put a price on lost opportunities. And so, yes, it does have an impact. And our wish is to do whatever we can to foster the conversations that will lead to a more sustainable form of producing energy, which will allow us to have more sustainable and reliable energy, because that too impacts our ability to attract investors, and it discourages domestic investors because of the high costs and also the unreliability factor.
In other news tonight, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis has accused the Anglerston MP, Glenys Hannah Martin, of being all talk and no action as he spoke to constituents at a town hall meeting on Wednesday. Now, Dr. Minnis implored the residents to vote for a Free National Movement representative the next time around.
The MP for Anglerston is plenty talk and little action. All the time. Just like most PLPs. She learned well from Perry Christie. She spends all her time in the house, rowing, morning, noon, and night, and not making much sense. She has represented Anglerston 20 years. 2002. Very little to show for this on the ground of Anglerston. Anglerston, you would admit, she has been a very, very poor representative.
Well, in response, Hannah Martin said Dr. Minnis should be careful exposing his, quote, rank misogamy as women leaders do not, quote, row. She says they speak for the people, which she says she will continue to do until her last breath. Hannah Martin said Dr. Minnis is the, quote, lousiest prime minister in Bahamian history and cannot speak to the special relationship she's had with the people of Anglerston. She added that as Dr. Minnis continues to query her political future, he must remember she's been elected by the Bahamian people more times than he has. Well, we're just getting started in Eyewitness News, but when we come back, the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union signs a new industrial agreement. And later, the Bahamas Carnival celebration begins tonight with Insomnia at Clifford Park. We've got a sneak peek. More on that, but first, here's a check on tonight's weather forecast.
For decades, the Bahamian people have been asking for the tough questions, and that's what we've committed to doing to them and for them. Ask them more of what they've been thinking all along, but not had the opportunity to ask themselves. That's what we do. That's who we are. We represent the Bahamian people. We provoke thought, we give analysis. At the end of the day, we're not afraid to ask the tough questions. So do we have an agenda? Yes, we do. The Bahamian people, they're our agenda.
Hello, I'm Gershon Major, CEO of the Bahamas Gaming Operators Association. Are you or a loved one suffering from a gambling addiction? Do you find yourself more often than not having to choose between your daily expenses, and this form of entertainment? If you've answered yes to these questions, we are here to help. At the BGOA, our doors are always open. There are several mechanisms in place to protect you as a player as part of our industry's responsible gaming program. If you find yourself or someone you know slipping through the cracks, please come in and visit us at number 41 Top of the Hill Mackey Street for an assessment, immediate assistance, or professional intervention at no cost to you. Remember, it's only a game, so please do so responsibly. For more information, please contact us at 603-2083. Visit our website at bgoabahamas.com or call our hotline at 808-9509.
This portion of the news is brought to you by J.S. Johnson, Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
Live pictures of Bahamar, where the temperature is right around 78 degrees with an expected dip to 69. This is Eyewitness News. Welcome back. Well, the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union President Darren Woods confirming that the union has now signed an industrial agreement with Orange Hill Hotel. It's the first industrial contract Woods has signed since becoming president. Now, he says the union was able to negotiate to keep the same benefits for employees prior to the contract taking effect.
Benefits that they have, they maintain their Christmas bonus, the ham and turkey, birthday, they get their birthdays off with pay, or if they work, there's a benefit that goes along with it. And uniforms and lunch and those things that are traditional in the industry. And so we were able to cap it. This is a jokey part of it. We tried to get, most of our places have the pension. Mr. Lowe Sr. said the people who there wouldn't benefit from the pension, so next time, when they come again, maybe when the persons are a bit younger, because those persons are already pretty much close to retirement age, and he doesn't see the need for us to establish a pension for those people.
Well, Woods also highlighted the upcoming signing of numerous contracts, which will also include the Poop Deck restaurant.
We would have been a part of negotiations between 2009 to the present for those other properties. The one that we were unable to negotiate through no fault of anyone who's seated here or not seated at the table is the master contract, because they took a particular position. We all know the position that they took, that they went to court and all that. Now they're saying that they're prepared to negotiate. That still has to be seen, because some things has to be done.
In other news tonight, the Remnant Tabernacle of Praise is celebrating 20 years of service this weekend after its break off from the Zion Baptist Church back in 1999. Now, the church kicked off the celebration on April 26th with a movie night and continued on May 1st with several guest speakers, including pastors from New Covenant Baptist Church, St. Paul's Baptist Church, and the Kingdom Life Ministries. Now, the anniversary is to climax this Sunday with Zion Baptist Church Pastor Reverend T.G. Morrison delivering the sermon. Pastor of Remnant Tabernacle, Melvin Grant, says they're very excited about Morrison's appearance this coming Sunday.
That, he's going to be our guest speaker on Sunday afternoon, and we're quite delighted that he, along with his choir and other members of his church, will be with us to fellowship with us for the first time. And, it speaks well for us as a people that we are beginning to bridge the gap and somehow heal some wounds and be together in fellowship, because it's all about Jesus Christ. It's all about the brotherhood. It's all about our commonality in Christ, and that's what we're all about.
Well, local and international artists participating in the 5th installment of Bahamas Carnival, which gets underway in just a matter of hours, paid a courtesy call today to Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pinling. Now, the celebrations start tonight with Insomnia at Clifford Park, headlined by Dexter Dax, Caps and the Band, and Sketch Carey. Now, the Carnival Road March takes place tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and Amnesia tomorrow night with Marshall Montano, Patrice Roberts, and D-Mac, among other artists. The carnival event winds down on Sunday afternoon with Unleash at Arawak Key Beach. Now, despite criticisms once again by the Bahamas Christian Council, the Bahamas Carnival Board says the weekend promises to be an enjoyable one. Well, that wraps up news, but coming up in sports, Randy Smith is off the top with the latest. Good evening, Randy.
Janea, the International Elite Sports Academy is wasting no time finding the next great baseball prospect. We have more on its upcoming recruitment exercise in Eyewitness Sports.
It's 5 events, 3 nights, 1 epic weekend. BTC and Calic presents the Bahamas Carnival Experience from May 3rd to May 5th at Clifford Park and Arawak KB. Night 1 and 2. There'll be 2 stages, the main stage and the Calic Light Foam Pit. For all you revelers who want to stay in the elements of Fete all night, we have an area just for you. And for you concert goers who just want to stay clean and enjoy the show, the main stage is all yours. Access to both areas are included in all ticket prices. So come and enjoy your favorite local soca and dancehall artists like Bunja Garland, Kiss the Band, Dexter Daps, Patrice Roberts, and the king of soca himself, Machel Montano. Early bird tickets are only $14 for general and $60 for VIP for Friday and Saturday, and $20 for the Sunday beach party. Don't miss it.
Y'all want to win some money or what? I need some serious people on this stage. There she go, 200, 400, 600. Oh, she joking.
One of these gifts got a check for $10,000.
Oh,
1,000 the ball tonight. You're gonna need your own money.
the money in number 7. Well, boy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Randy Smith, and welcome to Eyewitness Sports. Now, on the heels of one of its students signing a contract with the Baltimore Orioles just 2 days ago, the International Elite Sports Academy is looking to add new talent to its program, hosting a baseball showcase tomorrow at the Pinewood Park. The session begins at 9 a.m. and will be held under the observation of Next Letter Intent Scouting Agency.
And, we hope this isn't the last one, but, we hope to have many more Orioles go to the organization and play in the big leagues. And hopefully one day we will all be at the Oriole games in Baltimore, cheering on James and the main guys.
On Sunday, the Bahamas Triathlon Association is set to host its 2nd annual Commonwealth Bank National Triathlon starting at 7 a.m. at Jaws Beach. The triathlon is sanctioned as a Carifta qualifier and is broken down into 3 segments: swimming, biking, and running. 7 age categories will be contested, starting from 8 and under to the open division. And in tennis news, the BLTA is hosting a decision tournament this weekend to decide the final 2 spots on the Davis Cup team. The winner and runner-up of the Invitational will be invited. Among those confirmed to participate are brothers Spencer and Baker Newman, Philip Major, and Kevin Major Jr. Dante Ambrister and Justin Lund qualified for the team back in December. Well, that does it for us in sports, but stay tuned. Eyewitness News continues in a moment. I'm Randy Smith. Have a great evening.
Payday. Time. I could walk she 16 in Chicago today. Honey, I get into the shop.
Okay, babe.
Hey, you gonna tell her which shop you're going to? You gonna let her know where you're going?
Your priorities mix up. How much is that for your rent?
My rent straight.
Car insurance?
Car insurance straight too.
Lights, cable, water, groceries, leisure, things for the apartment?
Okay, I got it.
Honey, what a lunch money for the children.
Take care of your priorities first. Remember, it's only a game, so please, game responsibly.
Together, we've come so far. As we celebrate Bahamar's 2nd anniversary, we thank every Bahamian for helping make this long-held dream a spectacular success. With the largest casino in the Caribbean and 3 of the world's most respected hotel brands, every day we live our vision, elevating Caribbean luxury to brand new heights. We introduced ourselves to the world.
You're all going to Baha Mar in the Bahamas.
And the world took notice. We welcomed new visitors to the Bahamas and shared with them our values of culture, community, conservation, and celebration. And we remain committed to the 5,000 employees who make Baha Mar a success. Thank you for 2 years of spectacular. And here's to many more. We are Baha Mar.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, that does it for us here in Eyewitness News. It's certainly been a pleasure having you in our company tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Janae Noel Ferguson saying good night.